Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 5 of The First Star with Leeds United, our bid to try and win our bid to win the Champions League with the club for the first time. And today we are playing, who are we playing today? Standard Liege in the Europa League group stage, and then we play more or less top of the table Liverpool in the Premier League. So two huge games, a little bit like yesterday, last episode where we played, of course, Manchester City and Standard Liege. This time it doesn't get any easier because we're actually going away to Belgium today. Now, we start in the medical centre, which is never a good sign, and that is because Carlos Alina, unfortunately, he's strained an ab. He's out for about a month. He's already been out for 6 days, 5 days to 3 weeks. So if maybe we're getting back in 2 or 3 weeks' time. Hopefully we should have him back for the Christmas period, which is the main thing, because we will need him. So that's a bit of a disappointing loss, because of all the signings, he's been one that has sort of shown relatively consistently, you know, that he's gonna work out for us. So yeah, leave us a little bit short in midfield, but yeah, just get well soon, Carlos, and we'll get you back in that starting lineup as soon as we can. Anyway, let's not waste any time. Let's have a look at what's happened since last episode, starting with our Carabao Cup. Was it 4th or 5th round tie? I can't remember what round it was. Anyway, we were against Bristol City. Let's see if we could get ourselves in the quarterfinals. We fell behind early when Batalik was beaten in the air at the back post. We were level midway through the half when McAlmont found Bowen, who finished at the second attempt. And we went ahead before the break when John Suter was left unmarked. Edouard missed a penalty, but Bristol scored theirs to tie the tie. Barry Douglas scored a cracker to give us a late lead before Helder Costa sealed our progression in stoppage time. So there you go, we always seemed in control of this one, championship opposition, and we put them away eventually. 2 late goals sort of made it look a little bit more comfortable than it was, but like I say, you can see from the match stats, we were the better team. We just really struggled to take chances. You can see Edouard had an absolute nightmare, not just missed a penalty, he missed much more than that, let me tell you. But Bowen, Suter, Douglas and Costa with the late goals there to see us across the line. Now we've drawn Championship Coventry of the championship, obviously at home for the quarterfinals. So we have got to be every chance of going to a semi-final in the Carabao Cup this season. The last game to catch you up on, just a 2 today, it was a Premier League tie against Bournemouth. We got an early lead when Bogac picked out the run of Mariba, who took his chance well. Bournemouth drew level in a bizarre manner, but we were back in front before half-time when Leao crossed for Edmondson. And we secured a huge away win in the second half when Douglas crossed for Leao. A really good away performance, this one. I mean, their goal was a bit of a freak goal, wasn't it, to be honest? But Mariba with a nice goal, the run. I don't know if you saw that, if so it did it justice in the little package there. But the run that he did and then to be picked out was just a wonderful goal from a midfielder. Edmondson and Leao, of course, with headers to sort of top off the win for us. You can see we played really well. No complaints there. It was good to see Mariba finally put in sort of a complete performance. He's not always done that for us since he signed. Now, he's going to take a little bit of time. He's young. He's still only 18. We've got to remember that. We've got to be a little bit of patience with him. But he's still learning the language, things like that. But that was a really good performance from him. If we have a look at what that means for the league table, still not great, but better, I would say. Down there in 12th, 15 points, with 4 points off Man United in 7th, so European football is beginning to come back into reach, but it's still a little ways away just yet. One thing, you can see the Euro League table there as well. If we were to win today against Standard Liege, 10 points, we should be in a position to say we're going through there, I think. Let's have a look at what we're doing here against Standard Liege. We're not the favourite, which is a little bit surprising, I think, considering we beat them 4-0 at our place last episode. But we'll take that for what it's worth. Goalkeeping, is he a legend? I think he was a goalkeeper. But anyway, really good manager that Standard Liege had, Michael Prondholm, I think you pronounce it. Probably not at all. Attacking direct style of football. We know what to expect because we played them last episode. You can see there, we beat them 4-0. This is how they played. Most of their attack coming down the wings, a little bit narrow in defence. And we can see the passing network there as well, and key passes. This is a team we're sending out. Now, you may have noticed at the medical centre, we do have a few players here that are match fatigued. Match fatigued players don't play well and they get injured, so we're not going to play any of those guys. This is the team we're sending out. It's Casilla in goal. It's Barlow Torre, his first start after his broken leg. Not match sharp, but I think we were comfortable enough I say that now in that first game that we should be able to get him 90 minutes here, getting back on track. It's going to be Cooper and Tucson in defence with Coyle down the right. It's Kenny in front of them. Gary Turpey's going to get a start here with McCalmont. Again, with the Liverpool game coming up, I want to try and make sure we have fresh legs for that. Alina's injury just takes someone out of midfield, and Coric being injured just makes us a little bit short there. But I think Gary Turpey will come in and do a good job for us. A lot of these attributes here are 9s, so if he goes up another, one attribute point, then suddenly technically he looks a much better player. So, yeah, I think he'll do fine. Costa down the right, Bowen down the left. Edouard, let's hope he continues his European form from last episode. Let's see if we can smash the Belgians. One thing I think I have stumbled upon, we started the year trying to play with a number 10 because I thought we'd have to be more attacking being a European team and having done so well last year. Turns out that's complete rubbish. We need the DM and we look a better attacking team with the DM in there. So that's what we've gone back to. It worked so well against Bournemouth. We just looked, it was back to our very best of last season. We're on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. See, last 3. Let's pile on the misery today. Let's try that. Some calm, we have faith, and let's get out there. But yeah, I can't really figure out why a DM is making it. I mean, it's obviously to do with the build-up of play, but I mean, not only do we look a little bit better defensively, Turpey are booking in the first minute as a ball-winning midfielder. That could be problematic. Here we go, Barlow Torre. Can he show what he's got for us? It's a decent ball in. Edouard's there, and Edouard sticks it away in the 5th minute. His 5th goal of the season, and Edouard is an absolute European god, isn't he? What a start to the game that is. Let's demand a little bit more. I'm instantly worried about Turpey now, a young ball-winning midfielder playing essentially 90 minutes on a booking. It's a decent ball in from Barlow Torre. Not the best header away, and Edouard read it like a book, didn't he, and was just smashed it in. Excellent, excellent start. Body language is aggressive. Turpey, mate, you might just need to calm down a little bit here. We don't need to go down to 10. I certainly don't want to sub him off. He needs game time to develop. Here we go with Coyle getting forward. Back there for Helder Costa. What can he do? Back for Coyle. Coyle, can he pull it back? Back post. Bowen's there, and Bowen makes it 2-0 after 10 minutes. We're flying, guys. We're absolutely flying. It's going to be 18-0 the way this is going right now. I know, 9-0. 2 goals every 10 minutes. No, 18-0. There we go. So let's see what we can do here. Live maths. Excellent stuff. Decent ball in from Coyle. Bowen's there. Man's not close enough. Keeper, could he have done better? Possibly, but that's not our problem. And already it's we come straight back. It's to say already it's starting to look as though it's game over. 10 points in the group, which would of course essentially have us into the knockout rounds. And if we are going to, I did sort of mention this last episode, if we are, don't do this to me, Casillas there to make the save. If we are going to qualify for the Champions League next season, I've kind of stuffed up the start of the league season. So our only real chance of doing it, I think, is going to be if winning the Europa League, basically. So let's we're not going to take it very seriously this year, I think. Here we go with Jared Bowen. No, good tackle there from the defender. Credit where it's due. Turpey's still aggressive. Just calm down, mate. You don't have to be looking so aggressive all the time. All right. What we don't want to do is, of course, give them a way back into the game here. If we can get that clear, there we go. Coyle's there. Can we get to the ball first? No. Decent. Oh, it's a good ball. Unlucky, you've got to say. That ball down the side there was quite nice, wasn't it? Post comes to our rescue, though. And maybe we just need to concentrate a little bit here. We might actually just say concentrate. It doesn't really matter what happens from this highlight. I do think concentrate is what needs to be said here. Oh, that's too easy. Oh, what a block that was. What a block that was by Cooper. He's still good, isn't he? He's not quite Premier League standard, I don't think. Not week in, week out. But he just puts his body on the line. Oh, it's away again. We're looking a little bit ragged here. They're having a decent spell. I just wonder if maybe there's something we can do. Let's try maybe just pushing up a little bit and just see if we can stop them sort of camped in outside our box there. Here we go. Is this going to be a highlight? Turpey's on the ball now. Out there for Torre. Back in for Turpey. Turpey, it's a decent ball. Costa, he didn't jump, did he? And now we find ourselves on the back. Was he offside there? He looked like he might have been in behind, and we are playing with fire right now. And it doesn't seem to matter what we do. We just look like we're going to concede a goal. Every highlight, it's them, isn't it? And here we go again. Just when you think we're going to have a highlight. It's not. It's Standard Liege. Can we get a tackle in here? Keep him up. Oh, McCalmont. What a tackle that is, son. Keeps it in. Oh, that was silly though, wasn't it? Why did you do that? Let it go out for a corner, mate. And it's been coming. It's absolutely been coming. All right, so that's not working. Let's try putting some pressure on them. Let's maybe go off counter press as well. They're a direct team, so maybe counter press isn't what we want to do. We'll close them down, but not sort of necessarily counter press. That was a little bit silly. McCalmont did so well to win the ball. It's a good finish. I'm going to say Casilla probably was screened a little bit there, wasn't he, by the defender. But boys, come on. This is game back on now. It should have been comfortable, and we've looked very, very much second best since we got that second goal. All this talk of 18-0 suddenly disappeared, hasn't it? Come on. Let's get to the break and regroup. Okay, so that's kind of stamped out a little bit of the highlights there, hasn't it? So that's a positive. Direct teams, I tend to not counter-press them. To be honest, I didn't realise I was doing it, so that's my own fault. Things are going well. You're capable of better. Let's tell Turpy to not get yourself sent off here, mate. There's a lot of players here that aren't playing particularly well, though, aren't there? So we'll tell them expect a little bit more. Have I maybe been a little bit too experimental in picking our lineup? There's an argument to say that. We do need to. I mean, it's the old thing, isn't it? We're playing in Europe. You've got to rotate and rest players. So, we're in a decent position in the group. We kind of had to do it. Who've we got here? Bowen. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Let's get back out there. That change in tactics seems to have slowed them down a little bit. So we'll keep going with that. Let's demand a little bit more here. Barlow Torre, 6'4". I want to try and get 90 minutes into his legs, so we're going to leave him out there as long as we possibly can, unless something's going horribly wrong. Bowen over a free kick now. It's a decent ball. Oh, it's Edouard with another European goal. 6 goals he has now this season. Jared Bowen with the assist, and at 3-1, I'd like to think we can hopefully see it out from here. Let's tell him to concentrate. Good ball in by Bowen. Edouard rises like a salmon. And the goalkeeper didn't really have much chance. You'd expect your defenders to maybe do a little bit better. Look at that, disenchanted, anxious. You should be, boys. You're on the end of a hiding again here. Is there anybody on the bench we want to give game time to? I wouldn't mind getting our young defender on for some time. Let's give him some praise here. The match ratings are pretty good. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting... Oh, he's on a hat-trick, though, Edouard. You know what we could do is we'll take Bowen off. We could stick Edouard out there so he's still on the field for his hat-trick. I want to give Tishi Bua a game, so let's bring him on for... Let's get him on here for Toussaint, because Toussaint, ideally, I'd like him to play against Liverpool as well. So if we can save legs, there we will. I don't think the game takes into account sort of resting players in-game for match fatigue levels, which is a little bit frustrating. But I've sort of played before. I'll bring someone off the bench for 10 minutes and they'll still be match fatigued when they shouldn't have been. It sort of counts as a game played rather than sort of minutes played, I think. Oof, decent save. Strong hand there from Casilla to hang on to that as well. Let's give it one more praise. We've done the hard work here. It's 3-1. With the second half of the first half, we were poor. We could easily have gone back to 2-2 or even worse. But we sort of rode out the storm for the most part. Here we go with Turpy. Can he smash one in? He finds Coyle instead. Coyle, he goes back post. It is a goal for Edouard. It's another hat-trick in Europe. Excellent stuff. 2 games against Standard Liege and 2 Edouard hat-tricks. What a time he's having. He's loving the Belgians. The Belgians. Good ball from Turpy to find Coyle in space. Coyle back posts. And Edouard, that's a cracking header from a tight angle, isn't it? Well done to you, sir. And 7 goals now he has, and he only scores in Europe. Because when we played him in that Carabao Cup game, he was truly, truly horrible. But there we go. 4-1. 8-1, we've beaten them over 2 legs there. We will say, don't get complacent. We do have Liverpool coming up, but that was pretty good performance. Leeds United take their chances, more money in the bank, and that is essentially group done. We'll just praise Edouard. Have a quick look at the group. 10 points, we are what? That is group done, isn't it? We're 7 points clear, so job done. Job done, we've qualified. We're out of the group. We only really have to worry, well, Moscow's a decent team, but we only really have to make sure we're beating or not losing to the Athletic Club, and goal difference will see us through from there. So, onwards to the knockout stages of the Europa League, but right now, guys, it is time to face Liverpool. They are top of the table. Can we do what we did to City and nick a point? Okay, guys, welcome back, and we are about to host Liverpool, top of the table Liverpool. You can see that it's with the Sunday game, obviously, so Saturdays have taken place. We're still down there in 14th. A win today, which is, let's be honest, unlikely, but it would put us back up just on the cusp of top half, which is obviously where we need to be at the end of the season. Liverpool themselves, I can't believe Everton are top of the table, but Liverpool themselves, they need to win to go back top of the table. They've got a plus 25 goal difference as well, so this is going to be tough. We're not the favourites, though. According to the bookies, we're right in this game. If we have a look at the scouting report, still a Jurgen Klopp coach team, attacking direct style of football. I know that's behind my head and you probably can't see it. This is how we're expecting them to play. They absolutely dismantled Leicester 4-0 last time out, so yay. We can see here they do tend to attack down the wings and more than the centre, but they do still come down the centre, so we can't really defend with width, or else we'll open the centre of the park for them. I'm not sure if we want to stop their goalkeeper if he's just going to punt it long, but we will try and close him down if that's, put some pressure on him if that's one of their main sort of passing avenues. There are their key passers. It's a direct team, isn't it? So it is what it is. This is a team we're sending out. We're going for the same formation, essentially, that we played against Manchester City. So it's Casilla in goal. It's Sutar and Bonifazi as the back two. Bartalik down the right. We're going to stick with Zagreb down the left. He did concede, or he was his man scored both goals against City. It was Raheem Sterling. He's got pace, which I think we need against the top teams. So we just kind of have to accept that, he may make a mistake or two. Phillips is going to anchor in front of the back two there with Bogac and Mariba in midfield. Koric comes in. He's improving. He's a creative player. Let's get him in there behind the back four, so behind the strikers. He can dribble. He's got a good first touch, good flair, good vision. He just might create something for us. You never know. And then Edmondson and Leal, they go up top. Two of our strikers. Yeah, let's see how we do here. So again, a little bit like the City game, the reason we're playing two at the back with an anchor man is they've only got the one man up front. I don't really see a need to have three central defenders there against that. And then we can stick someone in there to kind of lessen Firmino's space, I should say. What do we want to say here? Pick up where we left off. Do we go for revenge? Let's maybe play up the revenge element a little bit. They did, of course, beat us in the FA Cup final last year, didn't they? So we can try and get revenge for that, even though a league fixture is hardly compensation for the cup final, is it? But let's see how we do. And here we go. Let's hope Fortress Ellen Road can continue here. I do feel, I've got to say, a lot more upbeat about our season. Now that we've I think what happened basically at the start of the year, I've tried to proactively change the way we're playing. How many times have you seen that undo a manager? There's a decent ball to the back post. I'm whacking my knuckles off the desk there as well. I've proactively tried to change something. I fixed a problem that wasn't there, and it's cost us a very poor start to the season. This is problematic, and it goes in. It scrambles from the penalty area, and from a corner, we found ourselves a goal down. That is a real piss off, isn't it? Corner in. We've dealt with it more or less. Gomez is there. We've blocked it. It's a good block, and it's a sort of a clearance block by Mariba, and it should have been heading out here somewhere, but instead it's straight into Naby Keita. So I think we're a little bit unlucky there. All right, can we peg them back? Went behind against City as well, didn't we? And we ended up with a 2-2 draw from that one. Can we win that ball? Just about. Not quite with Suter. And now he's out of position. It's Firmino. Oh, he's done really... Oh, Suter, mate. You've got to... Oh. A little bit of Benny Hill stuff there, you got to say. We should have cleared it. They should have scored. In the end, it's a goal kick. So it worked out even. Here we go with Zagreb. We know he can get forward. He's done well there. He finds Suter. Suter with a nice cross-field ball. Yes, it finds Bartalik. What a first touch. That is Bartalik. We've already seen him get 3 this season. He almost had a 4th, but we do get the corner. Can we score from our own corner here? Calvin Phillips to knock it in. Bit of quality, please. Oh, it's a good one. And Edmondson, glancing header just over the crossbar, it looked like. This is decent stuff. Come on, boys. Get creative. Again, look at this. We're dominating possession. We're limiting their chances. Are they going to get one here? That's been blocked. Can we get to it first? No, Liverpool pick up the loose ball. Come on, boys. There's a ball we intercept. This is good. Koric, show your creativity there, mate. He goes back instead. Leal's there. Leal, not the best first touch, but he comes up with it. Koric, can he thread a pass? He finds Bartalik. What can he do? Go on, Bartalik. He gets down the side again. Bartalik. maybe a little bit of overconfidence there. But you'd rather overconfidence than underconfidence, wouldn't you? So we'll take that look at that. Inspired by my words. Go on, boys. Let's give it another get creative here. Bogac is looking anxious. Another corner. Can we make the most of this one? Decent ball in again. It's there. Mariba! What a strike from Mariba! An acrobatic volley on the edge of the area, and it is 1-1. And it is a special goal from a special player. Ilax Mariba knocks it in. An absolute thunderstruck bastard in. And look at this. I'm just swearing at this point. It's a wonderful goal. Go on, boys. It's 1-1. Let's demand a little bit more and see what we can do. Bogac is not having a good day. We do have McCalmont on the bench we can bring in. I did have Bowen and Hernandez there in case we wanted wingers or creativity later on. But it looks as though Bogac is just not quite having the game we were hoping he would do. Another corner here. Phillips to knock in another one. Can we take the lead before half time? It's loose ball. It's there. It's Mariba again. He turns, shoots. Somebody, no. Win it back. There we go. Excellent stuff in the end there. Liao, he's just overhit the pass. Alexander-Arnold brings it away. There we go. A decent first half. A really, really good first half, as a matter of fact. They've done excellent. What we want to say is, I'm happy with your performance. Do we want to double down on revenge, where the underdogs get defensive performance? It's one of these ones now, isn't it, where we've done well. Do we say maybe unlucky? You've been the better team. Let's try that. You've been the better team here, boys. I mean, if this is top of the table, it really makes me annoyed that I screwed things up at the start of the season. If this is top of the table, and we saw what we did to Manchester City last episode as well, this really could have been a season, I think, where we challenged for Champions League football. But, like a moron, I've tried to fix a problem that wasn't there, and we've lost the first 2 months of the season. Well, I sort of undid the damage that I'd done and figured out that I just needed to go back to what we were doing last season, you know, go back to what was working for us. So, yeah. Oh well. We can't, no point crying over spilt milk, as they say. Let's demand a little bit more here. Come on, boys. We'll give Bogac. Liao's having a surprisingly poor game. We do have Xerxes on the bench, which is kind of where he's been. Liao's picked up a knock. It's a bruised ankle, so it's not the worst, but he's not having the best game anyway. So let's get him off. Let's bring on Xerxes and see what he can do for us. The reason, again, Edouard is not on the bench, it's just trying to rotate the squad, keep players fresh. Xerxes is just kind of the number 4 striker right now. He sort of comes in where we need him to and hopefully does a job. Oh, it's good play. It's a good save from Castilla. It's still there. Clear it, boys. And we've got away with one there. We will pick to pieces. Let's give it maybe we'll wait for after the highlight. It's a Liverpool throw. Are they going to hit it long? They do. That should be easy for Castilla. He's there. He picks it up. And can we launch from the back here? Castilla rolls it out for Bonifazi. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Calvin Phillips for Coric. It's a good ball for Mariba to run into space. What can he do? Mariba. Oh, that's ambitious. That would have... I would have lost my crap if that had gone in. All right, come on, boys. Come on. We're looking okay. I do like playing out from the back, but sometimes, you know, I just wish I had a little bit more trust in my players. There's a cracking ball for Zagreb getting forward. Can our left back do it again against the big teams? No. And Matip hacks it behind for a corner, and we go again. Come on, boys. Show some passion here. Phillips to knock it in. Can we get someone on the end of it? Xerxes a beast in the air as well. We've got another good target man in there now. Bonifazi, though, it was, and he can't keep his header down. Becca with the goal kick. Oh, can we get to the heavy touch there from Mane? We can't. Stay with it, mate. Stay with it. Don't dive in. Stay with it. Oh, he's done well there, has he? It's a good save. Castilla blocks Harry Kane's effort. Imagine Harry Kane at Liverpool in real life. I mean, there's no end to this team's attacking abilities there. Salah with the corner kick and over the top. But let's remember, I mean, this is a really, really good Liverpool team, and we've only conceded a goal from that scrappy corner that they scored from. Let's give it a get creative here. We've been the better team. We almost deserve to win. What we don't want to do, of course, is go and lose it. It's headed away. Zagreb is there. He finds Xerxes. Xerxes for Coric. Coric is a good ball. Edmondson, he does get there. It's tackled away, but Zagreb will pick up the loose ball. He goes down to side. Can he get a cross in? It's a penalty, referee. Oh, it looked a little bit of a clumsy tackle. But Fabinho did come away with the ball cleanly. And now don't... Oh, man in the middle. Man in the middle. Don't do it. No. Oh, we don't deserve that. All right, let's go attacking. Let's show some passion. And that shouldn't have happened. We just got caught out, didn't we? We couldn't leave him a man in the middle there unmarked like that. I don't think. You just had to let Harry Kane go down the wing and see what happens at the end. All right, let's bring Barry Douglas on for Zagreb. He does have a good free kick on him. Maybe we get a chance. But Telik has not had a good day out. All right, let's bring Hernandez in as well. There's only 5 minutes to go. We don't really have too much to lose. We've got a set piece to defend here. This would be really harsh. We don't deserve 3. And Matip is there, and he does indeed make it 3. We'll play for set pieces anyway. We'll be more expressive. We'll do everything we were going to do, but we deserve more than that, I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We didn't really take chances, and I think maybe Liverpool sort of stepped it up a gear. Again, that man at the back post. Yeah, Liverpool kind of stepped it up a gear, didn't they? And we just couldn't go with them. Which is a shame. It's a shame. I think we deserved more than that. I think a draw would have been fair in that game, but maybe just a little bit extra class from Liverpool in the end has told the story. So Liverpool go top of the Premier League. Leao, it's just a bruised ankle, so it's not too bad. Mariba, I think we are just starting to see the best of him, so that's good. We'll say passing was great. No, all right, let's get out. Abort. So there we go. That is it for today, though, guys. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. We've got out of our group in Europe, which is good. We're still struggling down there in 14th in the league, but I do think we've turned the corner. I think we've figured out what the problem was. And I'm more confident now that we can push up this table a little bit. And we've got some tricky fixtures out of the way as well. We've played Chelsea, Manchester City, and Liverpool as sort of 3 of our last 4 league games. So to come out of that the way we have, I think there's signs there. What we'll do, guys, we'll be back next time. I think we will come back for the Moscow game. Doesn't really mean anything now, does it? Because we're already qualified from the group. So I think what we might do is we might skip over that one and we'll come back for Leicester at home in the league, which is a bit... Arsenal's there, but this doesn't really fit, does it? Leicester at home in the league, and then what will be a top of the group defining Club Athletic Bilbao tie. Can we become top of the group? It doesn't really matter, but it will obviously help us in the next round for the draw. So that's all for tomorrow, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.